Ever been on a date that felt like you were part of a horror movie? Well, it's time to spot the monsters before they strike. Imagine you're navigating the dating world, hoping to find that special someone who makes your heart flutter, only to stumble into a minefield of potential problems. It's crucial to recognize the warning signs, or red flags, that hint at issues lurking beneath the surface of a seemingly perfect date. These red flags are not just random glitches in your romantic matrix. They're flashing neon signs warning you about potential heartaches and headaches. They might appear in the form of overly possessive behavior, a constant blame game, or even a charm offensive that feels a bit too calculated. Understanding these signs can save you from a lot of tears and sleepless nights. It's about empowering yourself with the knowledge to make the right decisions in your dating journey. Remember, your intuition is your best friend. It's time to unveil the red flags and save yourself from potential heartbreak. Ever met someone who seemed too good to be true? They might just be hiding behind a mask of charm. Now let's unravel the first red flag in the dating scene: excessive charm. Sure, we all appreciate a charming companion, someone who makes us laugh, who can light up the room with their wit and charisma. But there's a fine line between being genuinely charming and using charm as a manipulative tool. So how do you distinguish the two? It's all about the balance. A certain level of charm is both normal and desirable. It's that spark that draws us to someone, that adds color and fun to our interactions. But when charm is overabundant, when it feels like a constant performance, then you might be dealing with a manipulative personality. Manipulative people often use charm to control and deceive. They know how to say the right things, to flatter, and to impress. They're usually great storytellers, able to spin a captivating tale that keeps you hanging on every word. But behind this facade, they're often hiding their true intentions. It's like they're wearing a mask, and their charm is the beautiful disguise that distracts you from what's underneath. They use it to keep you off balance, to make you question your own perceptions and decisions. They might use charm to divert attention from their actions or to make you feel guilty for questioning them. Now, this doesn't mean you should be suspicious of every charming person you meet. Remember, charm in itself isn't bad. It becomes a red flag when it's used excessively and manipulatively. So be aware, be discerning. Pay attention to how people make you feel. If someone's charm leaves you feeling confused, overwhelmed, or doubting yourself, take a step back. Charm should be a delightful trait, not a deceptive tool. Don't let yourself be swept away by a tidal wave of charm that leaves you stranded on a deserted island of doubt and confusion. Be alert to the charm offensive. Is your date playing the victim card too often? It's time to call their bluff. We've all been there. You're out with someone and they seem to have an endless supply of stories where they're the innocent party and everyone else is out to get them. But here's a red flag to watch out for: the blame game. You see, there's a big difference between someone who's had a run of bad luck and someone who never takes responsibility for their actions. Sure, we all have our off days, but when your date seems to always be the victim, it might be time to take a harder look. The blame game is a classic tactic used by those who refuse to own up to their mistakes. They'll twist and turn every situation to make it look like they're the innocent party. They're experts at dodging responsibility. It's always their boss's fault, their ex's fault, their friend's fault, heck, even the weather's fault. Everything but their own. Why is this a red flag, you ask? Well, it shows a lack of accountability. If a person can't acknowledge their mistakes, how can they learn from them and grow? In a relationship, this can lead to a lot of problems. You might find yourself always apologizing, always being the one to compromise, because in their eyes, they can do no wrong. It's not just about the big things like forgetting your anniversary or always running late. It's also about the small stuff, like who left the dishes in the sink or who forgot to take out the trash. If your date can't own up to these small mistakes, imagine what it would be like when the stakes are higher. A relationship should be about mutual respect and understanding. It should be a safe space where both parties can make mistakes, learn, and grow together. It's not about keeping score or shifting blame. It's about working together to build something beautiful. So, the next time your date starts playing the victim, ask yourself, are they genuinely unfortunate, or are they just unwilling to take responsibility? Remember, a relationship should be a partnership, not a courtroom. Don't get caught in the blame game. Does your date want to dictate everything? Beware, you might be dating a control freak. Now let's talk about control issues, a major red flag in any relationship. A controlling partner may seem charming and caring at first, but their need to dominate can often come at the expense of your independence and personal growth. They might insist on making all the decisions, from where to eat to what movie to watch, dismissing your preferences without a second thought. Control issues aren't just about bossing you around. They can manifest as a partner who constantly checks up on you, wants to know your every move, or tries to isolate you from your friends and family. These are signs of a control freak, and they are not healthy behaviors. In a relationship, it's crucial to maintain your individuality. You're not just a couple. You're two unique individuals with your own interests and desires. Love is about growing together and respecting each other's autonomy. Remember, love is about growing together, not being owned. Keep an eye out for the control freak. Knowledge is your shield, and awareness is your sword in the dating battlefield. As we draw this discussion to a close, let's revisit the key points we've covered. We unmasked the red flags, the subtle yet consequential signs that can help us steer clear of potential heartbreak. We discussed the charm offensive, a deceptive facade that can cloud our judgment. We talked about the blame game, a tactic used to shift responsibility and create self-doubt. And we examined the control freak, a manipulator who seeks power over your life. Remember, recognizing these signs early in the dating process is crucial. Trust your intuition and stand up for your needs and boundaries. Don't let charm, blame, or control lure you into a relationship that doesn't serve your best interests. Remember, you deserve a relationship that brings joy, not fear. Stay vigilant, and may your dating journey be filled with genuine love and respect.